have already steamrolled their competition, earning their place in the final. Now on the Commerce World's Strongest Man, qualifying Group 3 begins their journey. For 5 of them, it'll be a triumph of strength to beat out fan favorite Hafthór Julius Bjorkson. He's returned stronger than ever for his 6th attempt at claiming the title. The stakes are high, the event's epic. The battle begins now. Traveled to the continent of Africa, specifically to Kasane, Botswana, for the ultimate test in strength athletics, the Commerce World's Strongest Man. I'm Brent Stover alongside Aaron Taylor. Today, Group 3's qualifying round gets underway at the Kasane Hot Springs with the loading race.
The concept here is simple. In 75 seconds, the strongmen need to pick up 3 ridiculously heavy barrels weighing 275 pounds each and carry them 12 meters to a chest-high platform.
3 of the 6 athletes to the start line. Here's more about them in our Commerce Power Profiles.
DeVaughan, United States. Really enjoyed the experience so far. I'm having a great time here in Botswana. I feel like you fit right in. You know, it's a good camaraderie. Right now it's a little bit of the calm before the storm. I was a baseball player. I was, a little guy. I could remember wanting to play Major League Baseball. That's all I was going to do for the rest of my life. When that came to an end, I had a void, and once you're a competitor, you're always a competitor. And so I found strongman, luckily. After I was finished with baseball, I went into heavy lifting, did that for about 7 years, and didn't start strongman until I was 29. In the year 2007, I did my first competition. Basically 16 years to develop the body to get to this level.
Colm Woulfe, New Zealand. When I first got into strongman, it was just really a faraway dream. Now that I'm actually here, it's a very surreal experience. It's really starting to sink in, and I'm really excited. Started out with local comps back when I lived in New Zealand. Worked my way up from there, won the New Zealand Strongest Man title. From there, I moved over to Australia, started competing there. Competed in my first pro competition in March of this year, and then got the invite to World's Strongest Man.
Konstantine Janashia, Georgia.
5-time Georgian strongest man, 25-year-old Konstantine Janashia, has been anointed the Georgian Bull by his American fans. His first time competing in this competition, he's fiercely driven to make it to the final. So here we go, DeVaughan in lane 1, Janashia is in the middle, then Colm Woulfe in the far lane here in the loading race.
None of the 3 strongmen starting out very quickly, all struggling to lift the big barrel. And take a look at DeVaughan in the foreground. He's using the Atlas Stone technique, just giving it a big bear hug.
It's working so far. The American DeVaughan with the early advantage.
You see Janashia there also using the bear hug technique, getting back to the line. Again, transitions are what are critical to this event. And none of these 3 strongmen very smooth there.
DeVaughan near lane in the sunglasses. He's got one more 275-pounder to go.
This is where physiology matters. DeVaughan's long arms really helping him there. Is Janashia using the same technique, getting his second barrel, now walking back to pick up the 3rd. These guys are gassed.
Tell you, Colm Woulfe in that far lane is all but done. As DeVaughan trying to finish out the loading race with his 3rd barrel to the finish, and the hands off, he wins the heat. And he's going to be the only one to complete all 3 barrels.
Colm Woulfe really struggled to hoist that 2nd barrel, and that cost him precious time and energy.
DeVaughan, your leader.
DeVaughan DeVaughan, look at those long arms, that powerful lower body. He is literally bear hugging an NFL-sized offensive lineman and carrying it over 36 feet to a platform.
Now heat 2 of the loading race, and time to meet the other 3 athletes in group number 3.
Johnny Hanson, Sweden. It's all new for me. A little bit nervous, a little bit excited. I've been looking forward to this for a couple of years. This is big for me. I have some big names like Hafthór and Hollands in my group, and looking forward to getting closer to them and compete them. I don't know why I want to be strong, and something deep inside me that tells me I can be the strongest, so I'm going for it.
Terry Hollands, Great Britain. I retired from strongman, wanted to just concentrate on life back home. It's a hell of a lot of effort mentally to literally just dedicate your life to something to the point where everything gets put on hold. The break's really done me a lot of good. You know, I just missed it. I missed competing in World's Strongest Man. I absolutely love being here, I love being part of it. And whether I'm at my absolute strongest I've ever been, I don't know. I mean, we'll find out.
Hafthór Julius Bjorkson, Iceland. Last few years, been at the podium, 3rd place, 2nd place, and then 3rd. Now I feel like this is my year. In the groups, you have to plan it. If you feel confident in some of the events, just do what you need to do. Save some energy for the finals, because the finals is what matters. I'm training hard, I'm confident, I feel good about the events. I'm ready to take the title back home.
Hafthór, now a big TV star as well, plays the mountain on Game of Thrones, the wildly popular show.
He's also 6'9", meaning he's one of the only strongmen here tall enough to actually drop the barrel on the table instead of lifting it up over the edge like Terry Hollins has to do there in Botswana.
I mean, this is a one-man show in this heat with Hafthór Julius Bjortzen.
Just so strong and powerful. Former basketball player showing you his athleticism, and the crowd's feeling it.
Hollins and Hanson struggling. Bjornsson is not. And he wins the loading race.
Always the showman. The mountain feeling good about his performance, and you look in lane 2 and 3, Terry Hollins and Johnny Hanson giving it all they have, but struggling to finish this event. And a little rope-a-dope there, the rumble in the jungle by the mountain.
It's not even fair.
Look at the size of these two strongmen. Strength is not an issue, but clearly the loading race got the better of both of them.
Hafthór wins it.
Making it look easy, like he's carrying his leftovers back to the refrigerator. That's 275 pounds inside of a barrel that he leisurely puts atop the platform.
Hafthór wins the event. DeVaughan in 2nd. Janashia and Woulfe pulling 5th and 6th. Bill Kazmaier is with Hafthór Julius Bjortzen.
Hafthór coming in here as one of the top contenders. You had to do well here, and you just killed it.
Yeah, I'm very happy with the timing, very happy with how it went. My goal was to place first in this event, and the next, the one after that.
Well, what's it going to take to keep that energy going?
I eat plenty of food, drink good water. I get great advice from the great Bill Kazmaier, 3-time World's Strongest Man. That's all I need.
Well, you're doing great. Keep it up.
Thank you, sir.
With an effortless early win for Iceland's Hafthór Julius Bjortzen, does he have the momentum to clinch the group early on? Will Derek DeVaughan and the USA maintain his 2nd place standing or buckle under the pressure? The competition continues with Fingal's fingers next.
The Commerce World's Strongest Man on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by the Commerce Hotel and Casino, Las Vegas-style entertainment, Los Angeles attractions.
Botswana's Okavango Delta, a land where wildlife thrives in a pure and open expanse unlike any other place in the world. The African continent is known for the illustrious Big Five: the lion, the leopard, the buffalo, the rhino, and the elephant.
And we have our Big Six, our 6 big men from Group 3, also known as the Group of Giants, featuring DeVaughan from the United States making his first appearance in the World's Strongest Man qualifying round, and our tallest competitor of the 30 athletes here, Iceland's Hafthór Bjornsson.
Hafthór is widely known around the world for the wildly popular series Game of Thrones, in which he plays one of the star roles, the Mountain. He and his giant peers in this group, they next took on the Fingal's Fingers as they continued their quest for a spot in the final.
Fingal Fingers is a bit of a different event. Basically, you've got a long telephone pole. You have to pick it up at one end, walk your way forwards and flip the whole thing over. There's 5 different fingers.
I think it suits the athletic guys more than the big, strong guys.
You have to make sure you hold your arms straight and be quick on your feet.
With it being quite warm here, the fingers are hot, so guys have to make sure to wear gloves. That's just another challenge that it adds to it as well.
On my hands, I've just got some liquid chalk. Just when we put the gloves on, you need to keep the sweat off your hands.
It's such a heavy weight, you really don't want that to come back on you. And you really only get one chance. If it slips and you lose it, that's it. Of course, the fastest time wins, so you want to go as fast as you can. Then at the same time, you need to save energy for those last ones. Because this was my first time doing it, I just wanted to go as fast as I could. Unfortunately, I didn't get the last one. It felt to me like I had the strength to do it. I just wasn't fast enough to get it within that time frame.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for Konstantine Janashia and Colm Woulfe of New Zealand. Forcing 4 fingers.
Julius Bjorkson.
I'm in 4th place, but I'm still within touching distance of 2nd place. I think 4's going to run away with the group, which was kind of what I expected anyway, and I knew that the rest of us would be battling for 2nd, so, you know, I'm still confident I can make the final. For me, it's a really tough event, generally with the cardio side of it. Towards the end of the course, you're getting quite out of breath. It's a really tough event, especially in the heat.
Ladies and gentlemen, with 5 fingers in a time of 50.52 seconds, Johnny Hanson!
It's really hot out here, but it's okay.
This is the last heat, folks, so we'll have a big cheer for this one. DeVaughan against Hafthór Bjorkson.
When I'm about to compete, everything just goes away, everything just blocks out. It's all about, you know, moving your arms under. The quicker you are, the less energy you spend. I came into this year to entertain myself as well as the crowd.
In a time of 44.14 seconds with 5 fingers, the winner of the Fingal Fingers, Hafthór Bjorkson!
Win for me, I'm very happy. I have full points now after 2 days. Now I'll just go, eat plenty of good food and relax.
So the results of Fingal's Fingers. Bjornsson wins his 2nd straight event. Johnny Hanson gets 2nd. DeVaughan, after getting 2nd in the loading race, suffered a massive defeat, getting just 5th place. After 2 of 6 events, Hafthór pulling ahead already with 12 points. Hanson in 2nd with 9. Colm Woulfe trailing with only 2. Coming up, a hallmark event that can make or break even the most experienced of strongmen, the Keg Toss, when we come back to the Commerce World's Strongest Man. Welcome to the Moana Golf Course in Kasane, Botswana, where qualifying Group 3 is about to begin their 3rd event, the Keg Toss.
The Keg Toss tests the power and athleticism of the strongmen. Now, it only weighs 33 pounds, but they must clear a 5.5-meter bar to start. And the athletes that clear the greatest height wins.
Let's get 3 attempts. These are the men who have already gone. The American, DeVaughan at 6.5 meters. Oh, so close. He had to settle for a best of 5.5 and eliminated from the event. Colm Woulfe, after success at 6.5 meters, he tries at 6.75 meters. Oh, the iron just unkind, he missed it. So Colm settled for 6.5. Janashia succeeded at 6 and 6.5. Could the man from Georgia get it at 6.75? You bet. Success for Konstantine Janashia. And finally, it was Johnny Hanson. With his try at 6.75 meters to grab a piece of the lead. You bet. Nicely done by Hanson. So that's where we stand. Hanson, one of the co-leaders in this event.
Representing
next,
Great Britain,
from Great Britain, it's Terry Hollands. He's tied for 4th with Janashia after 2 events. He's previously cleared 6.5 and now attempting to match Janashia and Hanson. The attempt at 6.75 meters.
See Hollins there adjusting the weight inside the keg to get it right where he wants it. Uses a little bit of a backpedal technique there and misses the bar by a wide margin.
Might have looked worse than it actually was, because again, early on, you kind of get to use that at first attempt to gauge where you're at and how you want to adjust.
That really is the key to this event, not just the strength and power to get it up high, but to have the right trajectory and arc to clear the bar.
In any case, this is his 3rd and final attempt at 6.75, and he's able to get it done.
Terry Hollands. Power is not a problem for the big man, finding the sweet spot on that 3rd throw. This is 11th appearance at the World's Strongest Man, and it took all that experience to get that keg over this last bar.
He's been to the finals 9 times, and showing why right there.
Hafthór Bjornsson.
So now it comes down to the giant from Iceland. Hafthór Julius Bjorkson, the leader after 2 events. He's won both of them, and this is his attempt at 6.75 meters.
He's 6'9". Those long legs and arms allow him to get a huge pendulum swing, meaning his physiology is really a benefit for this event.
And the current world record holder in this event simply flings it over on his first try.
Well, Hafthór told us that his biggest disappointment was taking 2nd place at the World's Strongest Man competition in 2014. But it's pretty clear he's determined to leave Botswana as the winner with efforts like this.
With only 4 competitors left in the Keg Toss, who will reign supreme, and will there be a new world record? Find out when we return.
The Commerce World's Strongest Man on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by the Commerce Hotel and Casino, Las Vegas Style Entertainment, Los Angeles Attractions.
Welcome back to the 𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗨𝗣 Golf Course in Kasane, Botswana, where Group 3 is continuing their 3rd event of the qualifying round, the Keg Toss. 2 athletes have already been eliminated, Woulfe and DeVaughan. The 4 remaining athletes have all made their attempts through 6.75 meters, and they took aim at 7 meters. The man from Georgia, Konstantine Janashia, at 7 meters. Not close for Janashia, so he got eliminated at that point. Terry Hollands, the veteran, in his 11th trip to World's Strongest Man, doing that little hop step, and at 7 meters, able to draw some iron, but unable to get the barrel over. Johnny Hanson of Sweden took his aim at 7 meters. And Hanson with a big arm swing. Got it almost to the top of the bar, but came up short. And finally, Hafthór Julius Bjorkson at 7 meters. Everything to this point had been easy for the man from Iceland. And at 7, same thing again. Hafthór, the only competitor to get it over the bar at 7 meters. So Hafthór has won this event, now attempting to beat his own world record, which is 7.1 meters. The bar is at 7.15. This is his opportunity to do it.
1 minute! Again!
He's got 1 minute and 3 barrels, so 3 chances to reset his own world record. And he does it at 7.15 meters, a new world record in the Keg Toss.
Hafthór looking really smooth. Look at the barrel as it crosses the bar. At its apex, it could easily have cleared another meter. Just an outstanding performance by Bjornsson. He's looking to make it a 5th straight time on the podium, and he may just do it with efforts like that.
So the results of the Keg Toss: Thor wins the event, breaking his own world record. Hanson, Hollands, and Janashia tie for second at 6.75 meters. 𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗨𝗣 is with Hafthór.
Hafthór, 7.15, breaking your own world record. Could you do more?
Definitely. A lot more in the tank. I feel good. I'm in good shape right now. I feel hungry, you know. I'm leading my heat now with a lot of points.
Well, you had already won the event. You didn't need that throw. Why did you do it?
For the crowd, for the people, for you, for those who are watching, for the people at home.
That was awesome. Great job.
Thank you.
Yeah!
Thor has won every event, leading with 18 points. Meantime, only 3 points separate second and third place. Next time on the Commerce World's Strongest Man, the athletes in Group 3 continue their campaign, attempting to earn their spot in the final. For Aaron Taylor, 𝗚𝗥𝗢𝗨𝗣, and our entire crew, I'm Brent Stover. In association with IMG Original Content, this has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports. Previously on the Commerce World's Strongest Man, Iceland's Hafthór Julius Bjorkson dominated the first 3 events, amassing a colossal lead, nearly impossible to overcome. But can he maintain his stamina through 3 more events? While Terry Hollins, Johnny Hansen, and Konstantine Janashia are locked in a tight race for second. DeVaughan and Colm Woulfe must step up their game to have any chance of advancing. Who will prevail? Welcome to Kasane, Botswana, one of the world's most exciting safari destinations, and this year's host to the Commerce World's Strongest Man. I'm Brent Stover alongside Aaron Taylor, while today Group 3 continues their qualifying round at the Botswana Golf Course with their 4th event, the deadlift.
Brent, this is a classic test of strength where the strongmen will have 60 seconds to lift an 800-pound car as many times as possible.
From the United States of America, DeVaughan!
DeVaughan making his first World's Strongest Man appearance.
Representing New Zealand, Colm Woulfe!
And Colm Woulfe resides in Australia, representing New Zealand, and here we go, 800 pounds, as you mentioned.
Brent, this is not a classic deadlift, so it allows the strongmen to implement and involve more of their legs. You'll see them starting to rock and lean back into the weight, which is something they're just simply not able to do in a classic deadlift.
DeVaughan, a personal trainer at Core Fitness in Indiana, trains strongmen, and here he is at the top event in the world for strongmen.
See DeVaughan there rocking towards the top of his rep. Woulfe looking strong all the way through, but legs starting to shake.
Woulfe has got the advantage with 5. Can DeVaughan muster enough strength to get his 5th? That appears to be it for the American. as well as the man from New Zealand.
With 4 repetitions from the USA,
so 4 repetitions
DeVaughan.
for Derek DeVaughan, the 38-year-old 6'5", 330.
From New Zealand, Colm Woulfe.
And Colm Woulfe goes into the lead of this event with 5 reps.
When you're lifting an 800-pound car, it takes everything you have. Look how red DeVaughan is in the face. He gave it his all, and Colm Woulfe looks so good and strong, locking out with one smooth motion.
Please welcome from Georgia, Konstantine Janashia.
Yeah! Konstantine Janashia.
Representing
Georgia.
Great Britain, Terry Holland.
Terry Hollins. Dartford, England. For Janashia, he has exploded onto the scene. 25-year-old, 6'5", 342. And both of these guys off to good starts.
They certainly are, and they're neck and neck. And Terry Hollins is a static event superstar. I would expect him to do well. But credit Janashia, he's keeping up pace with the big man.
Terry Hollins at 37, 6'6", 410, making his 11th appearance at World's Strongest Man. He's been to the final 9 times.
One of the things I'm noticing is Terry Hollins has his chest up out over the bar, great form. Janashia just using those big muscles on his back to big back and muscle this car up off the ground.
I tell you what, these guys appear to be nearing the end. You saw the quick look over from Hollins, and now he checks out. But Janashia, well, he's done now as well, settling for 10.
You don't settle for 10 reps when you're lifting an 800-pound car, Brent. Terry really thinking about this last one, has to drop to a knee and call it a day.
From Georgia, Konstantine Yanashi.
And we mentioned Janashia has exploded onto the scene this year in Africa. And a big statement there, while Terry Hollins to his knees, getting help from the trainers and some oxygen.
Tremendous strain on the heart. It has to work so hard to get the fuel to those big muscles to lift the car. Hollins looked great with 9 reps, but Janashia just muscling it, giving everything he had. Really impressive performance.
Hafthór Julius Bjorkson here for his 6th Strongest Man appearance. He's made it to the final every year he's competed, and he's the subject of today's Commerce Power Profile.
This is my first time to Botswana. It's a nice place. I look forward to see some lions and some elephants. Last few years, been at the podium, 3rd place, 2nd place, and then 3rd. Now I feel like this is my year. We're training hard, I'm confident, I feel good about the events. I'm ready to take the title back home. Yeah! This is a very extreme sport. Being this heavy, lifting those heavy things, takes a toll out of your body. I'm a busy man, traveling a lot, getting a lot of opportunities. Doing the commercials, being in Game of Thrones is doing great things for me. This is my 6th year. First year was so overwhelming for me to just be here competing among the 30 strongest human being alive. Feeling good. I want to be number 1. It has been my goal since I started this journey.
Please welcome from Iceland, Hafthór Bjornsson.
6'9", 417, and the crowd here loves him.
Representing Sweden, Johnny Hansen.
And the man from Sweden, Johnny Hansen.
Well, this is one of Hafthór's better events, so I would expect that this should go pretty well for him.
The number to beat is 10. Konstantine Janashia from the country of Georgia performed that feat.
Look how easy and smooth Hafthór's making it look. Johnny Hansen, as big and powerful he is, really struggling to get that 2nd rep. Hafthór looking good after 6 reps and twinkle toes there, feeling pretty good. Now he won the first 3 events, Brent, so it's pretty clear he could have done more, but he may be saving this for the
Ladies and
final.
gentlemen, with 6 repetitions from Iceland, Hafthór Bjorkson.
There, that puts it in perspective. He's barely breathing to get 6, and Hansen,
Johnny Hansen,
who's one of the strongest men in the world, let's be clear, struggled to 2 reps. Janashia needed this win to help him rise up the leaderboard. Hollins in 2nd with 9 reps. Hafthór, he's okay with third place here. It won't affect his leaderboard standing. So after 4 events, Hafthór still in first. Janashia now alone in second. Tight race for second, as only 2 points separate second from fourth. Kasane, Botswana, the gateway to some of the most breathtaking destinations in the world. Zimbabwe's Victoria Falls to its east, and Botswana's very own Chobe National Park to its west.
And of course, an absolutely phenomenal host for this year's edition of the Commerce World's Strongest Man. In just a bit, we're going to find out which 2 of the 6 athletes in Group 3 will make the final. One thing's for certain, a man who is all but in is Hafthór Bjornsson.
Well, yeah, he's won 3 of the first 4 events, and the remaining 2, the dumbbell press and the Atlas stones, really lend themselves to his impressive skill set. With all that said, Hafthór is still chasing his first World's Strongest Man title, but he looks to make another push for this year's crown.
The second spot to make the final out of this group, well, that is still very much in question. Only 2 points separating 3 men right now. A UK veteran, Terry Hollins, and a couple of rookies. From Sweden, it's Johnny Hansen, as well as Konstantine Janashia from the country of Georgia. So 3 men, 2 events, 1 berth in the final left remaining. That is coming up.
The Commerce World's Strongest Man on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by the Commerce Hotel and Casino, Las Vegas-style entertainment, Los Angeles attractions.
Welcome back to Kasane, Botswana, where qualifying Group 3 will compete at the Samoa Cultural Village in their 5th event, the Dumbbell Press.
In this event, the athletes will be asked to lift a 220-pound dumbbell overhead, lock it out as many times as possible in 75 seconds.
2 men have already gone in this event. DeVaughan, the American, was able to lock out 4 reps in the dumbbell press. Colm Woulfe of New Zealand also was able to get 4. And that was the end of the road for him.
From the USA,
so those 2 men were able to set the tone in this event and give the rest of group number 3 the number to beat, which leads us there into Terry Hollins.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome from Great Britain,
World's Strongest Man veteran, 3rd place after 4 events in this group. Again, only the top 2 advance to the final. And Konstantine Janashia of the country of Georgia is in that 2nd qualifying spot right now.
Terry Hollins is a static pressing demon, and the upper body strength of Janashia has been on display throughout the entire competition. Really interested to see how this one plays out.
I'll tell you, Aaron, you spent 5 years in the National Football League, won a Super Bowl. When I look at these 2 guys, they pass the eye test, not just for this sport, but something like playing on the line in the NFL.
Well, that's an NFL running back that Terry Hollins has here in his left hand and locks it out overhead. You're right. What makes this event unique is not only are these guys strong, but they're tremendously athletic as well.
220 pounds, and they're just flipping it over their head. Not that time for Hollins, but...
I really like Janashia's technique. You see how he locks out that pressing power on display there. Terry Hollins is switching hands, going right-handed, left-handed. Seems to be stronger, though, on this left side.
The number to beat is 4. Janashia has tied it. Hollins just locked out his 3rd, and now Janashia goes into the lead with 5.
This is the point in the competition where the muscles are severely depleted from oxygen. You see both of these competitors breathing hard. Terry Hollins trying to get his composure and seeking that elusive 4th rep.
That's the end of the time limit, which, as you mentioned, is 1 minute 15.
Give it up for Terry Hollins.
So Terry Hollins is able to lock out 3 reps, while Janashia becomes the leader here in the dumbbell press, trying to maintain his 2nd place standing overall as he gets 5 reps.
Janashia's technique was tremendous throughout this event, but look at that great shoulder stability and power to lock it out.
Please welcome from Iceland, Hafthór Bjorkson.
That leads us to the final 2 men. Hafthór, Julius Bjorkson,
Johnny Hanson.
and Johnny Hanson. Hanson's got some work to do. He's in 4th place after 4 events. Hafthór's got the lead.
Hafthór's the type of competitor that likes to attack the weight, where you see Johnny Hansen taking his time with the slow approach. The starting position in this event is so important because the weight is off center of gravity. So these strongmen have to get it positioned properly so they can use tremendous leg drive and then that shoulder power and wrist stabilization to lock it out overhead. Thor looking strong through his first 3 reps.
Hanson has been unable to lock it so far, and therefore he is yet to get a rep. And now Hafthór loses his balance.
It's interesting, Hafthór did the previous 4 reps with his left arm. He switches it to the right and immediately drops it, but easily gets a 5th when he switches back to his left hand.
While Hanson's struggling, he's got to get the dumbbell back on the mat before he can lift it and get credit for a rep. Bjornsson goes in the lead with 6, and that's it. The crowd loves him. They've nicknamed him Zumba here in Africa. Hanson, unfortunately, none for the man from Sweden.
Beautiful people of Kasani have adopted Thor, been cheering him on in all competition, and it seems to be paying off. You see those big arms, just tremendous pressing power and shoulder stability for 6 impressive reps.
Winning his 4th event of the competition, Hafthór is the leader with 6 reps. Close behind him was Janashia with 5. DeVaughan and Woulfe tied for 3rd. Hanson was unable to complete a single rep. Thor is still in the lead after 5 events. Janashia having a more secure now 2nd place standing. With double points in the Atlas Stones, an intense battle for the 2nd place spot in the group begins when we return. Welcome back to the Commerce World's Strongest Man here in Kasane, Botswana. We return to the Saboba Cultural Village, where Group 3 will finish off their qualifying round with a classic event, the Atlas Stones.
Well, these athletes are going to have 60 seconds to lift 5 stones ranging from 305 to a massive 440 pounds. Now, the stones must be lifted in ascending weight, and remember, double points here up for grabs.
DeVaughan and Colm Woulfe, long shots to make the final at this point. DeVaughan was able to get 3 stones in 35.23.
Great effort there, but just coming up a little short on that 4th stone.
That was the 395-pounder. Meantime, Colm Woulfe sees his time in Botswana come to an end. He has no path to the final. DeVaughan still holding out hope, but he would need a miracle at this point. Woulfe only got 3 stones in 39.36 seconds.
From Great Britain,
It brings us to Terry Hollins of Great Britain. He's in 3rd place currently in this group, with some work to be done. Right now, Konstantine Janashia, he's in a spot, 2nd place, to make the final in his first ever trip to World's Strongest Man.
Terry Hollins first to pick up that stone. Does a nice job with a belly bump getting it up on top of the platform.
Hollins seeking his 10th final appearance in World's Strongest Man.
This is the 350-pound stone for Janashia, who has tremendous upper back strength, which allows him to easily put the stones up on top of the platform.
Both up and off with the 395-pounder. Onto the final stone, 440 pounds, Janashia.
So close. 440 pounds, Brent, is the weight of a small zebra. Let's see if Hollins can get it. Simply can't. And I don't blame him, man. Those things are ridiculously heavy.
And it's not just the weight of the stone, it's getting it up with the correct amount of arm work, leg work, and just flat-out body work.
I can't express to you just how difficult it is to do this. It's virtually impossible for anyone except these strongmen.
In a time of 25.36 seconds, Konstantine Yanashi.
Janashia goes into 2nd in the Atlas Stones, getting 4 of them.
24.84 seconds from Great
Hollins
Britain.
is your leader currently in the Atlas Stones. He gets 4 of them.
Holland started out strong with that first 305-pound stone, using great technique and power to get it up to the platform.
Hafthór, Julius Bjorkson, and Johnny Hansen battle in the stones when we return to the Commerce World's Strongest Man.
The Commerce World's Strongest Man on CBS Sports Network is sponsored by the Commerce Hotel and Casino, Las Vegas Style Entertainment, Los Angeles Attractions.
Welcome back to the Commerce World's Strongest Man in Kasane, Botswana, where qualifying Group 3 continues with their final event, the Atlas Stones. Terry Hollins leads this event, but he needed a greater time difference to overtake Janashia overall into second place.
Hafthór Bjortzen!
Meantime, Hafthór Bjortzen has a sizable lead overall. Barring a disaster, he will get that top spot out of the group into the final. Johnny Hansen of Sweden. He's in fourth overall after 5 events.
Now, aside from being ridiculously strong, Hafthór is 6'9" and he's using his strength, technique, and height to move these first couple stones like he's moving pumpkins in a pumpkin patch.
Well, the disaster didn't happen. He's into the final. The rest of this is just for show.
Oh, man, Hafthór looks smooth and extremely determined. This is the big 440-pounder, no problem for Thor.
He just wanted to prove he's the king of the stones. Meantime, Hansen trying to work his way through. He gets the fourth.
This is the stone that separates the men from the boys. 440 pounds of steel and concrete with no handles. Can Hansen do it? He needs this.
Not gonna happen. Hansen did beat Janashia's time, letting Janashia have third place in the event, which is enough to allow him to stay above Terry Hollins and make it to the final.
24.15 seconds. From Iceland, Hafthór Bjortzen!
And that's your winner of the group easily. Bjornsson gets 5 stones in 24.15, wins the Atlas Stones, and wins the group.
Thor was so smooth throughout this entire process, but look at that upper back strength using the belly bump technique with the 5th and most difficult stone.
And he's standing by with Kaz.
Hafthór, 5 wins out of 6 events and a world record in your heat to head to the final. How strong are you?
I feel like I'm in the best shape ever right now. I feel very confident. I feel ready. I've been training very hard for this year competition, and I'm more ready now than ever before.
Could you have gone faster?
I could have, for sure. I walked through them, but I was trying to be fast, but also be careful. In the finals, I will be much faster.
Well, best of luck to you.
Thank you, sir.
The results in the stones. Hafthór wins them. Terry Hollins and Konstantine Janashia and Hansen all got 4. Hollins had the best time. However, his time in Botswana comes to an end. You look at the final standings in the group. Thor and Janashia make it to the final. Hollins only 2 points off of second place. Heartbreaking for the man from Great Britain. Only 4 available spots remain in the final. The 2 remaining qualifying groups will fight it out, competing for their chance to win the title. Next time on the Commerce World's Strongest Man, Group 4 will begin the next chapter of the competition. Great Britain's Lawrence Shahley will return for his 8th appearance at the Sports Big Show, stronger than ever, ready to stake his claim in the final. Will this be the year he takes home the trophy? For Aaron Taylor, Bill Kazmaier, and our entire crew, I'm Brent Stover. In association with IMG Original Content, this has been a presentation of CBS Sports Network, the 24-hour home of CBS Sports.